Hey guys, this is the Cat Gamer, and this is a Lair of Darkness deck with 21 monsters, 12 spells, and 9 traps. I think it's about 9. Anyways, we are running the Darkest Diablos. Base starter deck, basically. 3 Darkest Diablos, and I've done some edits to it. 3 of him because he makes the deck run like tremendously fast. Well, not fast. He's your big boss monster that locks. 2 Vanity's Fiend. Prevents both players from special summoning. I've locked down a Lightsworn player once with that. I got a lucky turn 2 Vanity's Fiend. Turn 1. 1 Dark Creator. Like I said, I've done some edits to it. Can only be special summoned by having no monsters and by having 5 or more monsters in your grave that are dark type. Is a once per turn banish a dark monster from your grave, select another dark monster, and special summon the selected monster. Other than that, he's just a 3000 booty. 1 Earthbound Immortal Uru. Tribute a monster, yoink a monster, basically. That's all he does. If your opponent has a monster like, oh, what was that? Red Dragon Archfiend Synchro Abyss? The one that negates your field. Anyways, the cost is to tribute. So cost will go off, and then you can steal a monster. So if they have the one that negates your field, you can just tribute it, and if they don't have any other negates, yoink another monster. So gets the whole tribute stick is getting around like a lot of problematic monsters. 3 Liliths. She's the one that turbos into your traps. Tribute a dark monster and reveal your deck for 3 normal traps, and your opponent selects 1 at random. 3 Arimas. Tribute a dark monster, tribute a dark monster, draw a card. If you tributed a monster that was not him, you can add a dark monster with 2000 or more defense from your deck to your hand instead. Alright, I thought Lair Darkness had to be on field for that effect. Nope. 3 Dukes. Tribute any number of dark monsters, minimum 1. Special summon him from hand, and he gains 500 attack for each monster tributed. And when he's special summoned by his effect, grab back a level 5 dark from grave. I believe it's a 5 or higher dark. Level 5 or higher dark, yep. And adds it to the hand. 1 Armageddon Knight, because I think it's only allowed 1. 2 Tour Guides. I believe we're going 2 in this format. I believe that's what the ban list is, 2 Tour Guides. 1 Scarm, because the tour guide can search, bring Scarm out, boom. 1 Morphing Jar, because viruses and making your opponent dump lots is wonderful. So we'll set, now we'll do this. Set my camera down. Alrighty. So if you somehow, by some miracle, pull this combo off where you have these 2 going, and they're still in effect, and you flip Morphing Jar, your opponent draws 5 regardless if they have a hand to drop to, and then draw the 5. So, and then if they hit any monsters or any spells or traps, all those get dumped. So if they're playing a trap heavy deck, boom, and no monsters. So like this combo here would shut down my Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames. Just choose traps, monsters, morphing jar. I'm boned. But yeah. For spells, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Regeki, and 1 card Destruction and Foolish Burial. Because you want to get that Diablos Engrave. If you draw a crappy hand and have this in hand, it might save you. Board wipe, self-explanatories. 1 Terraforming, 3 Allure of Darkness, 1 Super Poly, and 3 Lair of Darkness, which turns everything's into dark type. Once per turn, if you attribute a monster for a cost of an ability, you can attribute an opponent's dark monster instead. And everything's dark type that's face up on field. For traps, 3 Grinning Graves, tribute a dark monster with 3,000 or less attack. Your opponent destroys 1 card of their choice in their hand or deck for every 500 attack that monster had on the field. If you tribute a monster with 2,000 more attack, to activate this card, look at all cards your opponent draws until the end of their 3rd turn after this card's activation and destroy all monsters among them. Cards destroyed and sent to the graveyard by this card's effect cannot activate their own effects that same turn. So zombies get around that. You're just fueling the zombies. Light Sworns, oh no. 3 Full Force Virus, tribute a dark monster with 2,000 or more defense, right? Yeah. And you look at your opponent's hand and all cards they draw and that they control until the 3rd phase after this activation and destroy all those monsters with 1,500 or less defense. But it only like wipes the field once on activation, and then after that's just what they draw. 2 Deck Devies, tribute a dark monster with 2,000 or more attack and destroys monsters in your opponent's hand and field with 1,500 less defense, and the next 3 that they draw. And then 1 Eradicator Epidemic Virus, tribute a dark monster 2,500 or more attack, choose spell or trap, and it gets rid of them for 3 turns. And next for extra deck, it's a 14 card extra deck, 41 card main deck. 1 Wind Up Zen mains because the tour guide, and that's basically it. If you get a slow start and want to start popping stuff, little defense. 197 Dragoblion. You choose 2 number monsters on detach from your grave and or extra deck. Special summon 1, attach the other to it. 2 number 38 Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy. Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Once per turn negates a normal spell and he equips it as an XYZ or attaches it. And then for fuelers, number 5 Doom Chimera and number C5 Chaos Chimera. So, yeah, the hell's going on with my camera? 1 number C92 Hard Earth Chaos Dragon. Again, he's for fueler. For fusions, we got Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and 5-headed dragon. Just because if you ever come across a dragon player, you got super poly, just eat their field, make a big boy. One Borolo dragon. Topologic Bomber dragon for board wipes. And he's also a dark type, surprisingly. Yep. Nightmare Griffin. Just to reset a trap. Wee Witch Apprentice. Grabs back a dark type. And an Underclock Taker. And then, for sideboard, 2 Chaos Hunters. When opponent special summons a monster, ditch 1 special summon itself. And as long as it's on field, your opponent cannot banish monsters. That's a nice 2500 beater. Why the heck is my... There we go. Ish. A third Vanity's Fiend. I know I can take that out. 3 Luna the Dark Spirit. I could probably take these out for something else, or just find room in this. It'd be a 44 card main deck, but... 2 Recurring Nightmare. A third Deck Devi Virus. 3 Dark Lights. Tribute a dark monster with 1500 or more attack. Destroy all monsters that were special summoned this turn. And for those fusion players, I give them the middle finger with Chthonium Polymer. Really old card. I don't think it's been printed a lot. Like maybe once or twice. Let's see here. If I can get a good lighting on this. Oh well. You can only activate this card when your opponent fusion summons a monster. Tribute 1 monster on your side of the field and take control of that fusion monster. Another thing. Could drop these before I end this video. Deck options. Drop these 3s for these 3. Big Burn so I think it's when an opponent activates. You can only activate this card when your opponent activates a card that specifically targets a monster in a graveyard. Remove all monsters from both players' graveyards from play. So if your opponent's playing a zombie deck, oh yeah, remove those 3. For those 3. And then for these, you can swap them out for, what was it, Super Impermanence, where you choose a extra deck type and your opponent can't make that type. Extra deck type and like Ritual, I believe. And these are even searchable too. Same with the Super Impermanence. Tribute a dude, boom, shut your opponent down. If they're an extra deck player. Or if they're a zombie player. But yeah, this is my Lair of Darkness deck. 2021. And we will catch you guys later.